phlegmatic after the...
Phlegmatic, I don't know what that means.
Rather calmer than we might have expected after Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is that still the way you feel about it?
I was a little bit shocked that we got beat, to be fair. I thought the performance deserved more. I was disappointed with the goals that we conceded. But I was pretty pleased with what I saw. I thought, we know we miss Stevie when he doesn't play, but we had to deal with it. We had 24 shots at goal away from home, and we were good in possession. We switched off for 20 minutes, and it's a little lesson that we can now learn between now and the end of the season. Is we've got to keep our focus, we've got to keep our belief, and we've got to keep our work ethic throughout 90 odd minutes. We finished the game really strongly. We just had a patch where I think, almost looking back at the DVD, I almost thought the players thought it was just, I think they thought we were 4 up, and if we go 2-1 down, and we talked at half time about keeping our discipline, keeping our shape, not doing stupid things to chase the game. If it took us 90 minutes to score the 90th minute to score the winner, then so be it. But I think that the third goal, we played in the wrong areas, the square pass, and I felt we should have dealt with the ball better, looked after the ball better, kept retained possession, and they broke away and scored. And then I think we're just a little bit deflated that it's 2 goals to come back. I honestly believe if we'd have just held firm for another 5 or 10 minutes, that at 2-1 down we would have come back. We would have, but I think at 2-1 it gave them 3-1 it gave them even more encouragement to hold on to their lead. And no matter how hard we tried, no matter what we did, the keeper's made an unbelievable reaction save from a volley from Marlon. I think he's come back and just hit Jeff and gone out. But it just summed up our night. It was I spoke to the chairman yesterday. We were both a bit perplexed at how we'd lost the game when we'd particularly started so well.
11 games to go.
Yep.
I think you've played 11 games since the Tottenham game.
Right.
Would you look to replicate that run? Is that consistent enough?
I don't. We look to win it. We'll look to win every game. We'll look to just get as many points as we can. I haven't looked at since that Tottenham game. We probably need more than that. Like I've always said, there's going to be points dropped by many teams. We were disappointed the other night because we put ourselves in such a strong position. Now we've just got to show a bit of resolution, a bit of character, keep believing in what we're doing, and just get back on it. And in no better place to go than the league leaders.
And they are very strong at home, aren't they?
Yeah, and we're pretty strong away. We're all right. I think the manager's done a fantastic job down there. We know that, and I'm really looking forward to going and taking my team down there. I've seen them down there a couple of times. They are strong. They've got a quality squad, and we know we're going to be up against it. But if we show play some of the football that we played the other night, and we just show a little bit more defensive know-how and work rate when we need to, like we have done all season, and we got just caught out for a 20-minute period, which is unlike us. And the players know my disappointment in that, but also they know that there's not a lot wrong here.
Fans were texting during the commentary on Tuesday, "We miss Steve Elliott." Seemed to be the message that was coming through all the time. How is his foot?
He's fine. Yeah, he'll be training today with the physios. No problem. He could train with the first team squad today, but we don't want him to. He's going to train with where he's going to have a little blow. It was literally the last minute of training on Monday morning. Just took a knock right on the top of his foot and the ankle, and West phoned me at 10 o'clock the next morning when the coach left Wadden Road and just said there might be a problem, and he tried. But we do miss him. We know that, and maybe I've got to think about where we go with that when and if that happens. But he'll be back. He's been a breath of fresh air since he's come back and given us an extra spark. He'll be back on Saturday.
He's one of the players who would have won promotion at other clubs.
Yeah.
Duffy and Bennett,
Yep.
people have also experienced that. Are those players big planks for you now? People who've been around this bit before and know how to get through it.
Of course, yeah. They're all big. Every one of them, from 1 to 21 that we've got, is a big player for us. They're more experienced ones. The younger ones might have to lean on them. Might have to, listen to what they say even more. And we've got a really good group, and they, the one thing they talked about in the dressing room on Saturday was putting this behind us, putting the other night behind us, and moving on quickly. And they say the right things. They're a good group, and it's not just for the sake of saying it. And I've got every confidence that we'll go to Swindon and put in another decent performance.
When you beat them earlier in the season, did you think they would be up the top come the end?
Well, you hear rumours of money and the budget they have, and some of the players that what they're on. I think you always have a chance when you've got that type of investment, and fair play to them for that. It's we'd all love that. But yeah, I knew they'd be up there. I think there were question marks being asked about the manager, but I think he's been a revelation for the football club. I think he's been a revelation for League Two football, and it's been great to listen to some of the stuff that he's got up to, and the way he's gone about it. He's a passionate man. He wants his team to succeed like we all do, and I think it's been a breath of fresh air for the league. That said, we're going there to get a result on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to putting my team against his.
And if Steve Elliott is fit, important to have him around to try and cope with people like Paul Benson, who's been a great signing for them.
Yeah, of course, yeah. When you can go and get Benson, the likes of Benson's and the ones they have done at the right time, it just shows what they've got. But like I said, we're happy with what we've got. We're going to try and bring in a couple more between now and the end of the season, and as soon as possible. But they've got to be the right ones for us, and we're working tirelessly to bring something in, but only if it's going to improve what we've got.
Before Saturday, do you think?
Possibly, but I know where I'm going Saturday. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what I'm setting up as. I know who's doing what. If something comes in to change that, then maybe, but I don't see that being the case.
Just lastly, it's a different sort of tension at this time with 64 points rather than 34, isn't it?
Excuse me, it is, yeah, but it's the best one to be in, believe me. There's a number of teams that'd like to swap places with us. We're up there on merit, and we're going to do everything possible that we can to not only stay there but kick on. We believe in ourselves. We haven't picked up the points that we would have liked over the last few games, but we're in there fighting, and we've got some fighters in this group and who are quite willing to go to war for this club on Saturday and beyond.
Yeah, Mark, they've obviously come a long way since you beat him at home, but you have as well, haven't you, since that early in the season? Things were just settling down then.
It was the second game of the season, was it? And we put in a good performance. Won deservedly so in my eyes. They had a good start on us, but we got stronger. Scored a great set piece from Stevie Elliott, and that's why he's a big player for us. They have done what everyone expected them to do. We've done far more than people expected us to. Now we've got to stay with them. Now it's our chance to get 3 points closer. It's our chance to make sure we hang on their coattails. They're above us, quite rightly so, and they've won more games than us. They've got more points than us, but it's up to us to try and catch them. And one of the ways we're going to do that is to try and get 3 points on Saturday. Yeah,
do you think the pressure's on them because of the position, also because of the budgets and the?
No, I don't think so. I think the pressure's on everybody. Pressure's on us that we've dropped off a couple of points in the last couple of games, and we need to pick back up. But that's not going to add pressure to my players. I'm not going to burden them with that. That's just a fact. And if I didn't say that, I think the supporters would know that I wasn't right. I speak the truth all the time. The pressure is slightly on us, if you know what I mean. But so what? We're decent when we're up against it, and we fancy our chances.
Yep, and all the other teams up there are probably wanting you to win, because Swindon are for the first time somebody's actually looks like they're pulling a bit of a gap away. That top.
It doesn't matter what other people want. We've just got to look after ourselves. We've said that all along. We can only control what we do, and our preparations have got to be good. We've got to be spot on. We've got to go there and be as good as we possibly can be. Hopefully we'll take a big following. Just down the road, they'll be right up for it. The pitch is excellent. That'll suit us. And it's a game we can look forward to. But it's a game we've got to get something out of.
Yeah, derby matches away this season. Oxford, Bristol Rovers. You've done particularly well, haven't you? In those
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that now. But like I said, they're a good side, and we know what we're up against. As long as these boys come back in this morning with clear minds and ready to go again, which I know they will, then we'll be fine.
Yeah. Cheers, Mark.